Hi friends, today I'm going to talk about something more important, especially for the beginners. Uh, the point is that how to find chords. That's what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to talk on the keyboard method of playing, not on the piano side. Like there is a huge difference between how to play the keyboard and how to play the piano. Now this video is about how to uh, play keyboard and how to find chords in a keyboard while playing a keyboard, and when to change the chords. That's what I'm going to talk about today. Um, First of all, in keyboard there is a button called accompany section. You please keep that switch on so that you'll be hearing similar to this kind of sound. When you press even one key, you are able to see or you are able to hear a set of tunes. Okay. But that part is mostly restricted on the bass side. When you try to play a key on the treble side using the right hand, you are able to see a distinguished or separate note. But however, if you press a single key on the bass side of the keyboard, you will be listening a group of or set of tunes. Okay. That's what the accompany section do there. The advantage of having the accompany section is that you need not have to press all the notes of a chord. For example, for playing a C major chord, you may have to press C, E, G. However, if you have your accompany section switched on here, if you press C, you can see in this display panel, when you C is pressed, you are able to see that C, E, G and all the three notes are pressed simultaneously. So the accompany section makes the beginner so very easy to place or position the chords. Instead of having all the three notes pressed, you can still have C chords by just playing only one key. That is the advantage of that. That is more important to know. And the second part is you should be able to identify the difference when you change the chords. Now I will be changing between C major chord and the G major chord. You please try to identify the difference between these two chords when played. Okay. This corresponds to C. This corresponds to G. I'll repeat. This is F, C, F, G. These three chords I am changing, and I hope you will be able to see the change in the sound, the quality of the sound that is produced. Another important thing what has to be noted here is in piano, this is C, E, G. Instead of pressing this C key, you can still have this C key pressed, so that this we call it as first inversion, but still. Now in piano method of playing, if you this is root position, what we call, this is first inversion. You see the change in the quality of the sound that is produced, whether it be in the first inversion or in the root position. But that is not applied in accompany section, meaning in keyboard method of playing, that is not that's not a factor there, because if you press C here or C here, you don't see any major change here. Though in the first inversion you are able to say a minor change in the quality of the tone, that is not so very significant as you compare when playing first inversion and root position in the case of piano. That is the main thing. and in this lesson you will be learning about how and when to change the chords. I'll be explaining this using classic Jingle Bells song. The tune goes like that, or I'll play in a higher octave. Oh, so this is the famous Jingle Bell tune. Now that I am playing this in a C major scale, therefore all my pitches or notes will be on the white notes only. Okay, so okay. Now I know how to play the tune of the Jingle Bell in the right hand. What chord should I use in the left hand, or what is the bass chord I have to use while starting the song, or what are the chords which I have to change during the intermediate notes of a chord of a song, or how to end up, when to change. Those are the main factors which are of concern for the beginners. For beginners, I would recommend only to use only three chords, basic chords of a scale. If you are very thorough in those three chords, it is sufficient for you to even play a good stage program, and I have no doubt about that. For example, if you are working on the C major scale, you must include root chord. This being C major scale, you have to consider C major chord, and it goes like this: C, E, G. Instead of pressing C alone, you have a choice of, if you are so well versed in pressing all the three keys together, you can press C major like this, or C. Anything is fine, and that will do. Okay. So if you are playing C major song, you have to add the root chord, which is C major here. The next chord is fourth, the chord corresponding to the fourth note from the root position. This is C, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth note is F. Therefore, you have to play F major chord also. In a C major song, you have to include C major chord, then F major chord, and the chord corresponding to the fifth note. That is, here in this case it is G. Therefore, you have to include G major chord. Therefore, the three chords which are required to play a C major song is C major, F major, and G major. I am pressing three notes of a chord together. If it is so tough for you, you can start with C, F, G. As you can change, as you change C and F, you can see how the pattern is changing in this display panel. When you press C, you see C, E, G pressed in this display panel altogether, though you are pressing only one key here, and similarly that is for F and G. Okay, now that you have learned what an accompanying section is, how to say, what are the chords that are required for playing a song in any specific scale. I am talking only about the major scale. This may be of any scale. If you consider D major scale, there is obviously a 2 major scale which comes with F sharp and C sharp. D major scale, as I have told you, in the C major scale you have to include the chord corresponding to the root note. Therefore, in D major scale, you have to use D major scale, then fourth note from this D, 1, 2, 3, 4, that comes here as G. Therefore, you have to you include G major in D major scale also. Then fifth note fourth note. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth note is G and fifth note is A. Therefore, you have to use D major, G major, and A major. So this rule is common for all the scales. Might be F sharp major, or G major, or E major, B flat major, B major, whatever may be. If the scale is in any major scale, use the first chords corresponding to first root note, then fourth, then fifth. these three chords are enough to play or complete the song. Okay, that is the point. Then when to change? Let us learn now for Jingle Bells. Another important point is the Jingle Bells song. What I'm playing is starting with note E. See this E. If a song is in C major scale, what are the three notes of the C major scale? That is C, E and G. Therefore, the song should start with the note C or E or G. A song cannot start with D or F or any other note which is not falling as one of the three notes of the C chord. In this case, Jingle Bells start with E note. E note is one of the notes of a C major scale, C major chord. Therefore, you can place this. You can simply hold this. Instead of pressing one, I am trying to press all the three chords together, because better to practice with the original position of the chords, like with three note pressed together. No, that is best. So I recommend people to practice with all the three notes pressed for C major scale. See, I have retained the same chord throughout this tune. It is enough if you try to retain the chord for complete one set of a group of notes. You need not have to change for every note. Then see, now you have time to change the chord. That is also more important. Whenever you have the time to change the chord very easily without making any error, only then you please try to change the chords. Now that, and also it is the player who has to decide when the chords have to be changed or retained in the same position. Now I find like you see how the quality of the song varies if I change from C to F. Why am I choosing F now? Means that second sentence of the song starts with F. So I can choose any chord. In this case, I have recommended only three chords, C, F and G. So I can use any chord where F note is present. In this case, in C major, I don't have any F note, so I cannot use the C major there. In G major also, I don't have any F note, so I cannot use there. The tune starts with F note. In one of the three chords which I said, in the F major scale, I have a F note here. Therefore, I can use F major scale when I change the tune when it starts with F. So you see the difference. See, very nicely the chord is also getting very much matched with, or it is getting synchronized with F note which I am playing here. That is obviously in the tune of the song. Now I get time. Now I am planning to change the chord now. This is E note. In which chord the E note comes? Only in C. So I have to go back to C. F note here, F major chord here. Now I am going back to C again. So this end up in the high note. It is now possible for me to include any other chord which has G note in it. Even the C major chord has G. I have an option of retaining the C major scale in the bass side, or I have an option of changing the chord from C to G. You see the how it goes now. If we change to G, it brings a better quality of the song, so better. If it is easy for you to change, only change, otherwise you can try retaining that to C major chord. Okay, then you see. Now this sentence starts with G, but I prefer not to start with G. I prefer it to get retained in C major chord itself. You see now the tune is ending in A, so I can play some chord on the bass side which has A note in that chord. In C major chord there is no A, in G major there is no A, in F major only I get A note. Therefore I will be playing F major in the left when I start with here. You see here. See, the chord which I am playing on the left hand side and the note which I am playing on the right hand side should match with each other. You see how it is not matching if I try to play C major when the note A is pressed here. No, it is not matching. You see. Matching that one of the note of the chord or one of the tune, the note in which the tune is being played should have some relation or connection with the chord. In this case, the note of the tune and the chord is connected through the note A through the chord F major chord. If you understand this, the problem is solved. You can apply this technique to all the songs of your wishes. You can see the difference. Very simple. Use only 3 chords. The chord corresponding to the root note of the scale, and the chord corresponding to the 4th note of the scale, the chord corresponding to the 5th note of the scale. This rule is applicable to all the songs which can be played in the major scale. And this being keyboard, you can, instead of pressing all the 3 keys together in the bass, you can select one. You can see, I'll try that also. That is also possible. But I recommend you all to practice by playing the whole chords instead of pressing single key in the bass, because that is, I don't think that's the best way of practicing or learning. Otherwise the solution is so very simple, because it took many years for me to understand this, because I am a kind of self-learning person, because that took time, but I want to make the other beginners, the learners, early learners, to understand this topic very easily, very early in fact, so that it will be very helpful for you to use it for practice, because it is very, you need not depend on your music teacher to uh, tell you which chord when you have to play, when you have to change, because it is upon your call. You can change if you have to retain or if you have to change. You can decide if you know the concept behind that. So chord corresponding to the root note and fourth note and fifth note, change only when it is required. And the tune, the note on the right hand side is corresponding to one of the note which you play on the left hand side. The connection is between the chord and the tune. That is a simple rule which you have to understand, and I hope this will be very useful for you, and better luck for everyone, and I'll meet you in the next video. Thank you.